Chelsea fans, brace yourselves. We've got some electrifying news that could reshape our midfield next summer. Imagine a dynamic young star with a staggering buyout clause, a player who's already making waves in La Liga. The rumors are swirling, and you won't want to miss what's happening behind the scenes at Stamford Bridge. Stay tuned. And if you're as passionate about Chelsea as I am, hit that subscribe button and give us a like to keep up with all the latest buzz. Chelsea is making some serious moves in the transfer market, and I'm here to break down the latest buzz surrounding our beloved club. The word on the street is that Chelsea has approached Barcelona's rising star, Marc Casado. Now, this kid is no ordinary player. He's got an $83 million buyout clause in his contract, and there's a good reason for that. At only 21 years old, Casado has already made a name for himself, stepping onto the pitch as a first-team regular under Hansi Flick. Just think about it. He joined Barcelona's academy at just 13 years old, and has climbed the ranks to showcase his talent on the biggest stages, including a Champions League debut. But here's where it gets interesting. Chelsea reportedly made contact with Casado's camp recently, rekindling the interest that several Premier League clubs had last summer when he was available on a free transfer. Yes, you heard that right. This kid was almost free, and now we're talking about a hefty price tag. However, despite the interest, Casado has committed his future to Barcelona by signing a long-term contract that keeps him at the club until 2028. That's a significant commitment, and it raises the question: is he truly interested in leaving, or is this just a part of the game? From what we're hearing, Casado isn't even considering a move away from the Camp Nou right now. He's convinced he can carve out a legendary career at Barcelona, and who could blame him? Playing for your boyhood club is a dream that many players strive for, but Chelsea is not giving up hope. They're preparing to ramp up their pursuit when the transfer window opens after the 2024-25 season. It's a bold strategy that shows our club's ambition, but can we really lure him away from a club of Barcelona's stature? Now let's talk about the potential impact of this signing. If Chelsea were to secure Casado, it could be a game-changer for our midfield. We've seen the struggles and inconsistency in our performances this season, and bringing in someone with his talent could provide the necessary stability and creativity we desperately need. But would it be worth breaking the bank for a player who is still finding his feet at the top level? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, we need fresh talent to compete at the highest levels, but on the other, can we justify spending such a massive amount on a player who might still be a work in progress? Casado's recent performances have been a mixed bag. He started in a 1-0 win against Alaves but struggled significantly in the first half, leading to his substitution at halftime. That's not exactly the most reassuring sign, especially for a player we'd be investing so heavily in. Yet, he's praised Hansi Flick for instilling confidence in him and helping him navigate the complexities of top-flight football. This is something I find appealing, a player who recognizes the role of a good coach in their development. It shows maturity and a willingness to improve, traits that are crucial for anyone wearing the Chelsea badge. Listening to Casado, you can feel his passion for the game. He talks about how comfortable he feels and how grateful he is to his coach and teammates. It's hard not to get excited about the prospect of such a player wearing the blue jersey. But the question remains, is he ready to make that leap? Would he adapt to the Premier League's physicality and fast-paced nature? These are all critical factors to consider when discussing a potential signing. And you, what do you think? Is signing Marc Casado the right move for Chelsea? Should we go all in for a player with such immense potential, or should we hold off and look for more established talent? I want to hear your opinions down below. Your insights are what make this community vibrant and engaging. Chelsea fans, let's dive right into the latest buzz surrounding our beloved club. Former striker Loic Remy has stirred the pot by suggesting that Christopher Nkunku should consider leaving Stamford Bridge this summer. Can you believe it? This is a player who arrived with such high hopes after a stellar stint at RB Leipzig, and now we're talking about him possibly moving on after just one season. Injuries have certainly played a role in Nkunku's struggles, but let's be honest, the expectations were sky high, and it feels like the transfer hasn't gone to plan. He's only managed 3 starts in the Premier League this season, despite being fit. And yes, he's racked up 13 goals and 4 assists across all competitions, which is impressive. But after a poor showing in the FA Cup against Brighton, there are serious questions about whether he's the right fit for Chelsea moving forward. Remy acknowledges Nkunku's talent, but believes a fresh start might be the best option for him, either on loan or a permanent move. It's a tough pill to swallow, isn't it? It's never easy to see a player with so much potential struggle, but sometimes a change of scenery is exactly what is needed to reignite a career. I can't help but feel torn about this. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about Nkunku leaving. On the flip side, Chelsea is reportedly eyeing new strikers, and one name that's been linked is Napoli's Victor Osimhen. I mean, who wouldn't want a player of his caliber? Remy, who played alongside Osimhen at Liga, believes he'd be a perfect fit for the Blues. With both Nicholas Jackson and Marc Casado currently sidelined, our need for a reliable goalscorer is more pressing than ever. But as we look for reinforcements, we also need to consider what this means for the squad's chemistry and the players already in place. Remy also dropped another intriguing name, Jean-Philippe Mateta from Crystal Palace. He described Mateta as annoying to defend against, which is a compliment in the football world if you ask me. He's been on fire lately, scoring 23 goals in the Premier League over the past year. That's no small feat, especially when you consider he's up there with some of the league's elite. At a $50 million price tag, it's clear that the Eagles know they have a hot commodity on their hands. But here's the question for all of us. Is Mateta the answer to our striking woes? He may not be the most technically gifted player, but his knack for being in the right place at the right time could provide the spark we need in front of goal. With Chelsea's current struggles in the attacking department, I can see the appeal. But do we really want to invest heavily in a player who might not have the same pedigree as some of the other names out there? I want to hear your thoughts on this, Chelsea fans. And you, what do you think? Should we move on from Nkunku and pursue players like Osimhen or Mateta? Or do we give Nkunku another chance to prove himself? The stakes are high, and our ambitions are clear. We want to see Chelsea back at the top, competing for trophies. Let's get a debate going in the comments. What are your expectations for the summer transfer window? I truly believe every move we make now will shape our future. Your opinions matter, and I want to hear them all below. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all the latest Chelsea news. Activate that notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's keep the passion alive and support our club through thick and thin.